And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Check hot route. Hot. Run. There we go.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Play action now. Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. No. You got 3. Green 18. Hey, 17's yours. Watch 17. Switch. Strong right.
The first carry now. This is Johnson.
Run.
31 yards there and a first down.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Richard Rodgers from 6 yards away. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Watch out.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd down and 4.
Check. Crunch.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Get out of here, man. Tagger! Watch the ship. Hey. Tagger!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let's go. Tagger. Let's go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
3 down. Switch. 2 down. Check. Let's go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Wide 80.
Second down, Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Tagger. Sit.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
2 jet.
On third down, Bridgewater. And he's got Peak. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Joker. Woo, baby. Get him, boys.
So here we go, first and 10 now.
Tagger. Check.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Check 50. Tagger.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Let's go. Tagger. Under 10. Tight dog.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater going with a screen for Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On second down, here's Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So the D-line's going to spread out. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Bridgewater. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Tight end left, tight end left.
319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Double tight, double tight.
319.
Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Check 30. 50.
Slam.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Tight end right.
Blue 58.
Hey. We got 3, 3 down, 3 down. Check safety.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Tiger. Get ready.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got to run out. Here comes the boom. I see you, boys. I see you. That's it,
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Get ready. 7's a man.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You got him.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 7. Tiger. Two jet. Get ready.
Throwing is Bridgewater.
Rush in.
Open man is Uzama. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Bridgewater now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On play action, it's Rodgers. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
They are in the second quarter down in Miami. It's the Dolphins that have grabbed the early lead over the Jets. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Shift together here from the D-line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Sammy Coates has it complete. Sammy Coates off to the races. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Coates, 67 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That's caught at the 25. The young connection hook up there. Bridgewater to Diggs. 53 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A give. This is Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12.
The Tiger. 7.
Here's Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Needed 13. They got 14 on 3rd down.
That's it, baby. That's it. Tiger. Alert 3.
On 1st down, Murray. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They go with Murray again. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Bridgewater. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to be Packer football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
26. 319.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And down he'll go at the 25. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, he's got a little David Johnson on his way. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. David Johnson, 75 yards, and the Packers add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Cook. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Here's Matt Bosher now. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Johnson running right. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Box it, box. Easy. 319.
Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got
319.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
No.
And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll look to set up his blockers. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
We got 4. We got 4. 319.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
Go over here.
Tight end's right.
Shift.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Now a desperation throw deep down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20.
So watch and learn. I heard a voice of this broken hymn saying,